Hey everybody, it's me for GrowBlu here, and today I'm coming at you with well, quite a bit of a upgrade and change to my grower operation here. A few months back I applied at GrowBlu.com to become one of the testers for their lights, and I was fortunate enough today to finally receive this beautiful light in the mail. I haven't even opened it yet, I just took the straps off, and so we're going to do an unboxing here and check out the new light from GrowBlu. They sent me an Apollo 240 by 3 watt full spectrum light. It's set up to basically cover a 2 by 4 foot area. So what we've decided to do is hang this in the 2 by 4 by 5 foot tent I have, and we're gonna grow some plants in it and just test out the light. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unboxed here. It comes with a 6-foot power cord, I believe, and 2 hangers. And it looks like they sent me their white version, so I believe they're now releasing all their products in white color instead of black like they used to. Let's see if I can get everything out of the box here. So I've got the power cord here, and then the 2 different hangers here. Looks like a big metal, what do they call them, a carabiner or whatever, and then just some like metal wire hooks. So I suppose let's just go ahead and open this guy up. This thing's huge. I'm trying to be very careful with it. I personally have never grown with an LED light before. I've never owned one. I don't even think I have any LED like house lights, so this is completely new to me. I've been doing a little research, and you know, I've talked to a lot of people about them, and I hear, you know, just constantly mixed reviews about LEDs, and I'm not really sure what to expect, but I'm excited, and we're gonna see what we can do with this thing. So there's pretty much the full tent right there. So you can kind of get a gist of how big it is. I'm going to go ahead and set up my watt meter and grab my infrared heat thermometer, or I guess just infrared thermometer, and we'll plug this in and take a look at the watts and, you know, the temperatures once I get it set up and whatnot, and then just see what it looks like when we turn it on. So give me a couple seconds here and I'll get right back. Alright, so I noticed while plugging this in, or while about to plug it in, it's got like this kind of weird 3-prong plug here, and the male connector goes into the female connector, which is on the unit itself. So just go ahead and plug this in, make sure I got it the right way. And where is it? Oh, I guess I'm doing it the wrong way. So once it plugs in, there's this little cap here, and it just goes and screws right in so that the plug never comes out. So that was pretty cool, because obviously having a detachable power cord can mean you know, just anything from moving your plants around to maybe changing you know, the hangers or something. You could easily pull this out. So it's kind of cool that they have a little twist thing on there, and then obviously the simple on and off with all the indicator lights. So let me move the camera back and we'll get this thing turned on. Alright, so I've got it plugged in here. I've actually already got it plugged into my wattage meter, but we'll get a closer look at that after we just take a look at the light spectrum itself. So I'm going to go over here and just flip on the switch, and again, remember this is a full spectrum light, so let's see what we get. Woo! Holy smokes! So I've watched several videos before of people turning these on, like MedGrower 1 and Just in Time to Grow and other growers, and you never really get a gist of how bright these things are until you're standing in front of them. Like I have to look through the camera because I can't even look that way right now. So this light is supposed to basically be the equivalent of a 600 watt HPS or HID light, and that's what I was running in this tent previous to this. So you know, really the only, I can't really do any side-by-side comparisons, of course, because I don't have another 2 by 4 by 5 tent. But what we can do is you can go back and look at my past videos and pictures of the plants that have been grown in this tent, and kind of take a look at it that way. And I'll also be, of course, updating you as we grow in this tent. But yeah, this thing it's pretty damn bright. I'm gonna go ahead and reset up the camera so we can take a look at the wattage meter, and yeah, give me 1 minute. Alright, so we've got our kilowatt easy wattage meter here. It's set to watts right now. Obviously there's nothing running, the light's off, so there's no wattage coming through. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the light and see what it's kicking at. From what I read, this is basically a 240 times 3 watt diode, so that's 720 watts. But it runs about 500 at the wall according to the website. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Trying not to blind myself too hard. It's gonna be really hard to see. Probably should be trying to do this somewhere else. But you can see, so 504 watts. 503, so it's gonna kick right around there. So that's pretty much perfect, exactly what they said, within 3 watts there. Goes down to 502, 503, so it's going to kick right around there, just over 500 watts, so that's pretty darn awesome. It's going to be a good amount of light for this tent, and I'm excited to see how it works out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing hung up here, and we'll check it out with it being hung on the 2x4x5 tent. Alright guys, so we're back at the 2x4x5 tent with our new GrowBlu 240x3 watt Apollo series LED. And I've had it running for a day now, and as you can see, I actually ended up switching it around. That logo is pretty kick-ass. Let's take a quick look at that. I think with the lights showing through like that, I thought that was kind of cool. So rather than looking at the light switch on the cord, I'd rather look at that killer logo cut through and the sweet colors going through. So what I'm going to do is I guess just go over temperatures at this point. It is currently 81 degrees in the tent with 35% humidity, and this is actually, even though this has more watts per square foot and 2 feet shorter height, this tent does, than my other, it's actually running cooler than my 1000 watts or 600 watts are. Not only the unit themselves, but within the tents, it's a few degrees cooler. They're all, within like 81 to 84 or so, but I did notice that this runs cooler. So let's go ahead, I'm going to take it off the tripod, and we'll just take a look at the some temperatures running through, if I can get it off the tripod. So I got my gun here, and let's see if we can make sure we get it in focus. Alright, so just kind of running around here. See, I'm hitting directly in the center of it. It's running about 92 degrees, and then if you get into the fans and stuff, even down there, it's only running like 80s, high 80s rather. Let's go to the top over here, 93 degrees, 92.6. So with the tent closed up and everything, this is running at about 90, a little over 90 degrees. So it's not too shabby at all. I've noticed, comparing this to my like 600 watt cool tube, I got that up to like 136 degrees without doing a whole lot of testing. So this is definitely running cooler. Just overall, it's got 8 different fans on it, and putting my hand directly over it, all of them, like, it's not hot air coming out of there by any means, and the unit is certainly cool to the touch. It said 90 degrees, but it's a pretty cheap thermometer, so I would say it could even be a little bit less than that. But we'll take it for what it's worth, and we'll kind of do some comparisons with that. Taking a look at the temperatures, taking a look at the spectrum. I guess you can kind of see how it hangs. Should probably take a look at that as well. So it's got these clips big metal clips that just hook right through. 4 points on the unit itself, so one in each corner, as you can see here. And then that gets attached to this like wire cable that's coated in like a plastic, and that hooks to the big, I believe it's called a carabiner. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but basically those like hiking clips, as you might recognize them as. So pretty simple to hang. It was a little bit difficult getting the clips in there originally, but you know, that's pretty much a one-off thing. Once you get it in there, it's good to go for, you know, as long as you're using those clips, I guess. Yeah, new sleek white design. It's got the kick-ass new logo cut into the side. Beautiful spectrum. Some black trim over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the any kind of real angles in here, but I'll just kind of take a look at inside the fans. See the top sides of the lights coming through that way. And we'll get real close in here too, just for a brief pass by. Take a look at all the cuts in the sides and a little bit into the unit itself. It's kind of hard to see, I guess, but yeah, you see some screws in there. Yeah, pretty kick-ass unit. I'm really excited to try it out and see where we, you know, what we can grow under it. As I mentioned already, I've been growing with a 600 watt HPS in here, and this is pretty much meant to replace it. It's equivalent of 720 watts, runs at about 500, maybe just over it, like between 500 and 505, and it's a full spectrum light, so it's good for veg and flower. I guess that's all I have to say about this light for now. I haven't really obviously had the chance to do any kind of real testing with it yet, so just wanted to share the update. Check out some numbers with the kilowatt meter and the thermometer and see what it runs like with the tent closed up. As I already mentioned before, I just got that extraction fan, the booster fan up there, so that's more than enough to keep it, you know, cool in here. But yeah, thanks to GrowBlu, definitely, for letting me test out their light. You can check them out at growblu.com. They just updated their website. There's tons of information. They have pretty much any kind of LED you can possibly imagine, and they're like not only spectrum but size. They have so many options now, so definitely check them out. Make sure you check out the other testers on YouTube. There's probably, I know I'm gonna miss some. I don't have like a complete list, but Just in Time to Grow, Med Grower 1. I'm not sure if One Shot's still growing with LEDs or not, or obviously he's growing with LEDs, but I know he's got a lot of stuff going on right now, so I'm not sure how often he's been updating his channel and whatnot. But who else? NV Closet Med Grower. I know Maine 420 Med Grower just picked one up via contest. He's got a UFO. So yeah, there's a lot of guys out there. Just do a search for GrowBlu and you'll find plenty of videos. But yeah, this is the start of the GrowBlu series, and we'll see what we can do under this light, guys. I'm excited to share it with you and I'm excited to test it out. But until next time, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And of course, I'm on Instagram and Microgrower on Reddit. And yeah, it's like a freaking spaceship in here. It's so crazy, I love it. Alrighty, guys, we gotta get some new videos up here, get this rolling here, whole new series. Until then, good luck and grow big.